Welcome back to my channel. This is Sammy. Today we're going to be talking about Apld, Woof, and TMC. I hope you guys are excited as I am because I am about to blow your mind. I think next week is going to be a great week for these tickers, especially Woof, which I'll talk more about, and Apld. Apld actually, there's something very interesting about to pan out next week, so stay tuned. Before I go ahead and continue to chart, please like and subscribe to my channel. Join the Discord, it's all free. I believe I will be closing the Discord after 150 members. After that, I think I'm gonna do some sort of paid program or something along the lines. I don't know. I'll figure it out as the time goes. But please join the Discord, it's all free, and like the video. So moving along, let me go ahead and switch over to my chart. Woof, I want to talk about Woof. Right now, Woof has completed a crab harmonic. I drew this back in a week and a half ago. I had a member in my chart, member in my Discord that was playing Woof, and I decided to take a look at Woof, and she had bad earnings, allegedly bad earnings. But right here is when she started dropping off the news. And this reminded so much of on Apld, where we had bad news back in April, I believe it was in April, and she went from $7 to $3.40. And I remember playing that, playing a harmonic at that time, and we caught the knife. So this is the same. I had the same feeling coming into Woof, seeing the harmonic crab completion here at the 267, at the 236, perfectly aligning with confluence, and then on top of that, she obviously with harmonics, you have to be patient with them. They don't always pan out, but when they do, they're such a banger plays. Like really great. So I knew for a fact that we had time. Harmonic completions, you have to be patient for candles to play out. And one of the things I noticed that if you look at where she landed, she had multiple touches at the 239. One touch, two touch, three, about 4 or 5 candles that ended up being at this bottom zone here. This was very important because now we knew what price where people were buying in. This is like the absolute bottom for Woof. And guess what happens when you have multiple candles that are bouncing off a certain zone? That gives you the confidence and the confluence to play into that, right? Because you see buyers stepping in at a certain area, and she's not coming down. She's continuously being bought up. So guess what happened on Woof? Well, instantly we start seeing huge explosive move to the upside. I mean, look at your RSI, about to touch the bull zone right here in the at the bottom area. If you see it on my screen, we have the 5, the 10, and the 20 SMAs all curling up, which is a great it adds visual confirmation that where Woof is right now is on the bull side. When you have supported MAs and SMAs underneath the candles, that is a strong indicator that people are buying. So Woof is on my watch list for next week. And when you have these harmonic completions, typically we watch for the reaction, which is technically now. We wait for confirmation, which is technically now. We are hitting the 236. Confirmation traders technically start stepping in at 236. When you stay above the 236, then that gives you a more probable reasoning, or it gives you more congruent basis on when to enter, because you want to add confluence. You don't just trade because a harmonic completion ended at 267. You start putting money into it. No, you have to wait for things to pan out. You'll be winning more in the market if you're just patient, and thus we are, and we did. So here we are at the 236. We just touched it. We hopped over it, and now we're touching it here. But is the run continuing? For me, yes. Look at the daily. Look at the daily. Do you see what the RSI is showing? Do you see this RSI? The RSI touched multiple touches into the bear zone, and it bounced right off. And look at your MACD. Look, it's curling now. Your splay, your histogram is weakening on the bear side. So that means the bulls are stepping in. Everything about this chart is screaming bullish. Everything. Like, I kid you not. Super bullish. And look where we're going to take potential PT targets, which I cannot say because of YouTube reasons and their rules. But I'm looking at the 382. That's where I personally would exit? Me. Harmonic completions, we do follow fib zones. And off of this crab completion, we're looking at the 382. So if we had to go ahead and be confirmation traders, let's just say we're going to be trading after the 236, right? Let's just confirm that you just want to be a confirmation trader, right? From the 236, that's a 7% swing trade. But let's say she pulls back a little bit, let's say around 257, right? You're just like, oh, I just want to buy right now. And you buy it at the bounce. That's 11%, right? So it depending on the type of trader that you are, you always have to, always protect yourselves, but always take profits. Don't be afraid to take profits. So yeah, Woof is on my watch list next week. This thing still has a lot of juice left, and I'll be looking at the 382 for a potential exit. Now, moving along to, let's talk about TMC. TMC. Man. Let me show you guys TMC real quick. Let me get rid of this non-harmonic pattern. What do you guys see? TMC. What do you see? I just see up only right now, currently. I just see up only. There's no harmonic here. Look at your candles. Look at the size of these candles on the monthly. Look at your VWAP. Look at your 5 SMA, your 10 SMA, your 20 SMA. Everything is curling up. Your RSI is deep into the bull zone. Your positive DI on the bottom right quadrant, the middle mid quadrant is curling up. Your ADX is curling up. Your volume delta is absolutely bullish by 5 million over the bears. 5 million over the bears. Guys, TMC is absolutely juiced. Look at your I can just go on and tell you, like, bro, look at your volume. Look at that volume bar on the weekly. Huge. Huge. Now, usually when we start seeing these plays, you're going to start seeing the volume sticks are going to be a little bit more weaker. Let me see if I can draw here. They're going to look like this. Oh, that's not the drawing one. They're going to look like this. Right? They're going to look just like that. But that doesn't mean the momentum is dead. It just means that it's the exhaustion is in. The exhaustion is in. So if this is the peak, which I assume we are, because look at your candle here. Look at that wick. What is that wick? You have a huge volume bar. I mean, you have a huge volume stick on the bull side, and then you have this perfect touch to the 786 macro level, and then you have that wick. Okay, so the exhaustion is now in play. Potentially, she needs to get a nice little pullback and then step right back in. But right now, I don't see that. I see just a small little retracement and then a continuation back up. So how do we know? How do you delete that? So notice how the retracements that we get, we ended up happening. So we get a nice bull bar, then we retrace and consolidate it. We had a nice bull bar, sort of retracement, consolidated. Now we have another we have another bull run. Not so much a bull bar on the daily, but we are seeing resistance. But this could be the retracement that we're watching. And if that retracement is happening, I'll be looking at these levels. Let me turn on my demonstration mode. I'll be looking at these. Where is my option? I'll be looking at this level. So you see your 5 SMA here? That's my 5 SMA, that orange bar. That orange line. So I would love to see price hit this 5 SMA. So I would, let's say 630, right? 630. If not, touch VWAP. Again, TMC is a potential government contract play down the road. So there's a reason why this is such in a bull run, excessively. All I have to say is keep an eye on TMC because this still has a lot of juice left. All right? This potentially still has a lot of juice left. It is now retracing. As we see in the past, it has retraced it after a bull run. We had a massive bull run, retracement. So here we go, massive bull run, retracement. It's going to happen. Just where is the question? So I'm looking at the 5 SMA. I'm going to be looking at this 5 SMA here, see if we can touch it and then see a bounce. because we've seen the bounces, we've seen the touches here. We touched it, we got below it, and then we had to test the 10 SMA. We got below, and then the 20. So if you want your absolute bottom on TMC, if you're trying to catch the absolute cheapest price for TMC, look at your 5 SMAs, your 10 SMA, and your 20 SMAs. Look at the price action on the candles where it broke below it, then you tested the 10, and now the 20. Your 20 is your absolute bottom, because look how many times it's touched it. Look at your 20 here. Look at your bottom here. Look at over here. Look at the reaction here, here, here. They're like absolute 20 SMA is your absolute catch. Keep an eye on TMC for a continuation bull run. So I'll be looking at the 20 SMA, 5 first, 10, and then the 20. But clearly the 20 has been a huge support system. Huge support indicator that it just candles just keep buying. It just every time we touch it, we buy it. Anyway, last but not least, APLD. I am excited to talk about APLD. You know why? Before I get to the harmonic, actually, let's talk about the harmonic. We have a deep butterfly harmonic completion here at this terminal, at this 1251. How do we know? With harmonic completions, either to the bull or bear side, you want to see terminal candles. Terminal candles are candles with huge wicks, up or down or simultaneously. Excuse me. I'm not going to edit that out. I have a lot of allergies. Look at your completion here at 1251. What do you see on the monthly? That's a terminal candle. This adds confluence and confirmation that this deep butterfly panned out, and it is panning out. Okay? The bad side of this is that this is the bearish deep butterfly. All right? This is where we're going to look for, technically, if people were going to play this off harmonics only, we will look at the 382, your first PT targets. Then you have the golden pocket, and then you have the 886. But statistically speaking, 382 is where most people will end up taking exits. And then possibly another continuation down or up. Doesn't really matter whether your harmonic is bear or bull. Not good, right? But great for people that want to find an entry, because APLD is very much on the bull side. Now, watch this. Do I have something exciting to show you? Do I have something exciting to show you? Oh, by the way, I did speak on this. The weekly candle display here showed that we were very much on a very bearish trend. Let me find the exact name of this candle pattern. It is called it's not a dark cloud cover. I forgot which one it is exactly. But I forgot to mention it. But let's talk about what we see on the daily. Forget the candle pattern. I think it's irrelevant. I don't even know why I brought it up. I want you guys to see something on the daily. For my TA traders out there, do you guys know what a golden cross is? No? If you're just watching this video just to see, where's PT talk? Where's APLD going? I'm down on APLD. I just want to know where she's gonna be heading. Is she gonna be up? Is she gonna be down? Oh man, I really want to be rich tomorrow. For those type of people, if you bought APLD at 12, at 13, 14, 15, or you want to look for entry, APLD is having a pending golden cross. Pending golden cross. A golden cross is when you have your 50 MA moving average and your 200 MA moving average, and they converge. What do I mean by that? So as your 200 keeps sloping up, your 50 is going to cross the 200. That is the golden cross rule. Statistically and typically speaking, When the golden cross happens, you have parabolic movements to the upside. To the upside. Do not look at this because I'm just drawing it. But when this cross happens, it is going to be a very high probable, statistically speaking, movement to the upside. I cannot tell you how important that is, because if you look where Apld is now, she's been having a huge retracement. I mean, look at your info line. We've had so far 34% to the downside, and that's good. We had all this movement up. We had all this up. Retracements are healthy. I want you guys to understand that stocks that typically move at this accelerated rate needs to exhaust. No need to fear. No need to worry. This is healthy, especially when we're talking about a company that is a growth story. $7 billion deal. Rarely companies get that. 15-year lease. 15 years, guys. Look at the long term. This is super bullish. Look at the golden cross pending next week. It's going to happen. And if we can get these plays are very hard to find entry because they're very bullish. And every time we either have a continuation bullish run, market sentiment can set this shit off to the downside. And then people start buying, and then market sentiment continues to hammer the stocks. And then now you're just sitting on a bag because you thought we were going to go up, because we know it's going to go up. But now you're sitting on a bag because we retrace 3, 4, 5, 7% because of market. Not just because of the company, just because of market. So how do you play into these things? You average in DMC, dollar cost average, dollar cost average, DCA, excuse me. You dollar cost average. This is very hard to find bottoms. Very hard, especially when we have a very, very bullish ticker on our side. No worries. Apld is going to be fine. Apld is going to be fine. For all you guys bag holding watching this, Apld is fine. Now we just got to find the entry, or I should say the opportunity. I'm watching the golden cross. Where is the bottom on Apld? I can't tell you that. Because every time I thought we were going to hit, we were going to stay above the 236. I said in my other videos, 1054. We cannot lose 1054. Thus we did, 236. We're breaking below 236. We're breaking now. The test was at 1013. So, we're looking, look at this. We're below VWAP. We're below the 10 SMA. We're below the 5 SMA. So what are we looking at for the next potential reaction? The 20 SMA. Now, if you look at your daily 20 SMA, we do not want to see the 20 SMA fall under. We don't want to see price fall under. Literally, on the daily 20 SMA, we wicked below it, and then we closed above it. That is bullish. That is bullish, but is the trend over? This is a good sign. This is the first good sign of a reversal, a potential reversal taking place. This candle wick on the daily is a good sign. We knew where people were buying in at these lows. This was deep value. We're closing above the 20 daily candle. 20 daily SMA. That's very, very good. Is the reversal over? Potentially, potentially not. Your MACD here, it shows me we crossed over with the signal line. We still have a lot of bearish momentum to the downside. Your oscillators are telling you a story. Look at your negative DI curling up. Look at your MACD curling down, and look at the histogram bars. It's perfect. The way these pattern the oscillators is telling me is that it's almost as it's a clean patterns that I'm seeing on the oscillators, and that's okay. I love what I see here on the histogram bars. Literally, they're going step by step, down stepping. But look at your MACD crossing above the center line, and now it's technically shooting down. If it does shoot down, fine, fair. Market sentiment is not giving us any bullish momentum to the upside. I mean, SPY literally Friday, I think, lost a whole percentage. Rare, very rare to see. But okay, APLD comes back around to the 236. All right, we're going to see what the reaction is at the 236. So what? APLD is a growth story. And I'm hammering this in, and I continue to talk about APLD because I truly believe in this stock. I truly believe she's a $20 stock at the end of the year and potentially a $40 stock or $50 stock by the end of next year. That's just my belief. There's nobody in the field doing what APLD is doing, especially when it's such a very small market that APLD is tapping. At least they're the only players that are tapping into this market. Efficient data centers. Think about that. So, APLD has a pending golden cross, which is going to pan out next week. The bottom out right now, we're above the daily 20 SMA. That's a good sign, potentially a sign of reversal. I personally think we're still going to have a continuation to the downside. But if people start seeing the golden cross, then typically people start DCAing, dollar cost averaging, knowing that the golden cross can potentially pan out in their favor and make another leg up, make a huge another leg up to the upside. Over 15, you start basing around 15, and then God knows, I mean, if we make moves, right? We make movements, let's say we go on a parabolic move, $19, and then we start coming down. Now your base is at 15 compared to, let's say, 9, right? Because we hit 15, now we're basing potential. Now we're basing around $10. This is good, then up. That's not bad. That's not bad. We hit 20, come back down, now we base at 15 after a huge parabolic move. That's not bad. I think that's great. So, I think I went on a tangent with APLD, and rightfully so. I believe in this company. This will be a play that I'll be watching every single day. So, that being said, please like my video, subscribe, join the Discord. It's all free. If you like the way I do these commentaries, or if you have tickers that you want me to comment on or take a look at, join the Discord. Let's talk about it. I love what I do, so I want to help you guys as well. So thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.